Today in our 2016 Lincoln MKC, we're going to be taking a look at and showing you how to install the CURT Class III trailer hitch receiver, part number C13194. This is what our hitch looks like when it's installed. You can see the cross tube is completely hidden behind the bumper. This hitch sits nice and tucked in underneath the bumper fascia, so you're not going to have to worry about hitting your legs or shins on it when you're loading and unloading the vehicle. It's going to be a Class 3, 2" by 2", so it's going to accept many different hitch mount accessories. Your hitch pinhole is going to be 5/8 inch in diameter. It's going to also have a reinforced collar to give you a little extra stability on your receiver tube. It's going to have plate style safety chain rings. As you can see, the holes give you plenty of room for different size safety chain hooks. You're going to have a 525-pound max tongue weight, which is the downward pressure on the inside of the receiver tube. You'll have a 3,500-pound max trailer weight, which is the trailer plus the load included. Now, I do recommend checking your owner's manual to make sure your vehicle can withstand that amount of weight, and you're going to want to pick the lowest number between the hitch and the vehicle. Now, you can use weight distribution with this hitch. Your tongue weight's going to stay the same, however, your trailer weight's going to go up to 5,000 pounds. Now we will give you a couple measurements to help you when deciding on any hitch mounted accessories you may need, such as a bike rack, ball mount, or cargo carrier. From the center of the hitch pinhole to the outermost part of the bumper will be about 4.5 inches. From the ground to the top innermost part of the receiver tube will be about 12.5 inches. Now let's show you how to get this installed. First thing we need to do to start our installation is we need to lower our exhaust. Our hangers right here have 2 bolts that hold it up to the frame. We're going to use a 1/2 inch socket to remove them. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side, and you're only going to have 2. Next thing we need to do is this large hole right here. We need to enlarge it just big enough to fit the head of our bolt through. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a grinding wheel and drill. We're just going to grind out one side of it. And we're going to do that same thing on the other side. To protect from corrosion and rust, we're going to take a little bit of spray paint. We're going to spray this bare metal on each hole. And we're going to do that on both sides. Next, we're going to take our fish wire, and there's 2 holes on the outside of your frame on both sides of the vehicle. You're going to have a round one here, and then right up here we're going to have a square one. You're going to take your fish wire spring end, and you want to go through the hole, and we're going to come out of this hole here. You want to take the spacer block, and you're going to slide it over the fish wire like that. Go ahead and pass it up through the hole. Then you're going to take one of your carriage bolts, and your carriage bolts are all the same size. And we're going to thread it onto the spring end of our fish wire. We're going to have to pass it through the hole. We're going to do it backwards like this to get it up in there. Then we're going to pull our wire until our bolt comes out like that. We want to leave our fish wire attached. And we're going to do the same thing with this back hole. Like that. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side of the vehicle. Next, we're going to take our side brackets, and you want to make sure you have the correct one on the correct side. You'll see a slight bend. You want to make sure that that bend is going to the outside of the vehicle. So we'll take our fish wires like this. We're going to pull our bolt through our bracket like that. Then we'll take one of our flange nuts. We're going to remove the pull wire. Just be careful you don't push it back down inside of the frame. And I'm going to do this one bolt at a time. Put on a flange nut like that. We're going to do the same thing with this back one. Then we're going to do the same thing on the other side of the vehicle. You want to make sure your brackets stay a little bit loose so you can attach your hitch. Next, we're going to slide our hitch into place. What we're going to do is we're going to start over here on the passenger side, and we're going to go over top of the exhaust. Like that. We're going to take our carriage bolt, Go through the bottom corners of the hitch here. And you're going to have one up in the top corner. Pass it through like that. And we'll take our flange nuts. And we're going to loosely install these also. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Next thing we're going to do is with our 1/2-inch socket, we're going to reattach our exhaust with the existing bolts that we took off. And we'll put in our other one on the other side. Next, we'll torque all of our hardware to specifications and the instructions. We'll start with our exhaust hangers. Then we're going to repeat that on the other hanger. Next thing we'll do, 11/16 socket, we're going to tighten all of our hardware on our hitch. Now we'll do that with the other side of the vehicle. Once you have all your hardware tightened, then we'll torque it down to the specifications and the instructions. You're going to repeat that process with all remaining hardware. And that'll do it for a look at and installation on the Curt Class III trailer hitch receiver, part number C13194 on our 2016 Lincoln MKC.
Thanks for watching. Click the link in our description below to shop, learn more, or visit us at etrailer.com. And leave us a comment if you have any questions.